A massive asteroid the size of the Eiffel Tower is rapidly heading toward our Earth, even faster than a bullet fired from a gun. And when it gets close to Earth, it will pass right between our satellites and come extremely close to our planet. Seriously, we're not talking about a scene from a sci-fi movie here. This is going to be a real event. And if yes, then how much damage is it actually going to cause us? Could it be like that great destruction which wiped out the dinosaurs from the Earth millions of years ago? And the most important question is, if we know so much about it, then what exactly are our scientists doing to save us from this massive disaster? Since the discovery of Apophis in 2004, it has kept astronomers on high alert till today. This asteroid was named Apophis after the Egyptian god of chaos and destruction, and in some ways this asteroid truly justifies that name. This asteroid has always been a warning for us that even though space may appear completely calm, but the reality is that we live in such a cosmic region where our very survival is considered our good fortune. We are surrounded by dangers that can wipe us out in an instant. But what if the threat of Apophis also turns out to be real? In today's video, we will learn in detail about this disaster coming in 2029. If the threat of Apophis also turns out to be real, it could wipe us out in an instant. But what if the threat of Apophis also turns out to be real? If all of them are gathered in one place and made into a big skyscraper, and that big piece, which is moving towards Earth at a speed of about 25,000 miles per hour, is Apophis. The initial observations of astronomers indicated that this asteroid had about a 27% chance of colliding with Earth in 2029, and that's why the entire scientific community was shaken. The threat of it colliding with Earth has now passed, but even now, its path in space passes very close to our planet. And that's because it has the potential to cause destruction on Earth. We can't predict its future trajectories, so it's very important to keep an eye on it. And the biggest thing is that this is not just an asteroid. In fact, it's the largest near-Earth object around our planet, and its future and our future are somehow connected. The 2029 close approach, April 13th, 2029, mark this date on your calendars. Because on this day, Apophis is going to make a close approach to Earth, and this approach will be very close. In the context of space, close means just barely passing by. On that day, Apophis will pass Earth at just 31,000 kilometers, close enough to travel through the area where many satellites orbit. This event will be so amazing that it can be seen from many parts of the world, including several regions in Europe, Africa, and Asia. This asteroid will be visible passing through the night sky with the naked eye. You can imagine it. Watching a rocky chunk as big as a skyscraper pass over your head would be thrilling but also scary, because predicting its orbit is next to impossible. When this asteroid comes close to Earth, Earth's gravity will pull it towards itself, causing a slight change in its trajectory. And scientists believe that this slight change could cause it to collide with our Earth in the future. Maybe in 2036 or during its later close approaches, like in 2039, however, the chances of impact are almost negligible. Still, this asteroid will stay on the scientific community's radar, because even if the chances are low, the situations that could arise from it cannot be ignored under any circumstances. Apophis is going to be the asteroid that will pass closest to Earth in recorded history, and for scientists, this will be a huge opportunity to study this asteroid from such a close distance. But somewhere, this close approach is a reminder for us of how fragile our existence is in the cosmos. What if Apophis actually hits Earth? Let's talk about the worst case scenario. If Apophis really collided with Earth, if this actually happened, the impact would release about 1,200 megatons of energy. For comparison, the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima released only 15 kilotons of energy. This means that the impact of Apophis would be equal to the power of 80,000 Hiroshima bombs. If Apophis collides with the Earth's surface, entire cities will be wiped out. Everything within a radius of 50 to 100 kilometers will be instantly destroyed. Buildings, infrastructure, and even the landscape will fall victim to this impact. The force of the impact will be so great that tremors will be felt all over the Earth, and even volcanoes could be seen erupting. Not only that, if Apophis collides with the ocean, a massive tsunami will be waiting to swallow the entire coastline. The shock wave from this collision will be felt in all the oceans of the Earth. The waves formed at the impact site will be hundreds of meters high, crashing into the coastline with unimaginable force. If we compare the magnitude of this event with historical impacts, so the Chicxulub asteroid, which wiped out the dinosaurs about 66 million years ago, was much bigger than Apophis. Apophis does have the power to wipe out all of human civilization, but the destruction at the impact site and surrounding areas would be so massive that we have neither seen nor imagined anything like it before. The true scale of that devastation would shock us all. The impact would have a very dangerous effect on the entire world. The Earth's atmosphere would be filled with dust and debris, which would completely block the sunlight from reaching the surface. Without sunlight, our Earth could experience a short-term cooling effect similar to a nuclear winter, and this is not a good sign for humans. Thankfully, this isn't the plot of a Hollywood movie where people helplessly wait for the impact. Our human civilization has been preparing to deal with such asteroid impacts for a long time. National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Planetary Defense Coordination Office is at the forefront of tracking such hazardous near-Earth objects so that we can develop better strategies to deal with them. National Aeronautics and Space Administration has been continuously tracking Apophis ever since its discovery. And thanks to advanced technology, today we have a clear idea of this asteroid's trajectory. We have known about it for decades. Tracking it is just the beginning. National Aeronautics and Space Administration is working on technology that will deflect this asteroid before it can collide with Earth. Let's be real, can we really face Apophis? There's no doubt that at the local level, the impact will be devastating. The entire surrounding area will be immediately destroyed. But even then, the loss of life and property will depend on the location of the asteroid impact. So should we really be worried about Apophis, especially since there's no chance of it actually hitting us? The answer is yes, and I'll explain why. Space is unpredictable. Although astronomers have calculated that Apophis will not collide with Earth in 2029, but the close approaches that will happen in the future, like in 2036 and after that, there its orbit or trajectory cannot be predicted. Even a slight change in its trajectory can change the entire future of Earth. Apart from this, Apophis is not the only asteroid we should be worried about. There could be many such asteroids in space right now that are a direct threat to our Earth, but we haven't been able to find them yet. At the very least, Apophis can help us prepare to deal with such threats. Apophis is not the kind of asteroid that would wipe out the entire Earth or humanity, but it is definitely a serious reminder for us that we are not completely immune to threats coming from space. There's no way to know when or from where a disaster might strike. The good thing is that we are prepared, whether it's Apophis or any other disaster. We humans have always understood the universe in this way. Friends, what are your thoughts on this? Be sure to let us know in the comments section. Friends, we'll see you soon with another video. Until then, stay curious, be happy, and goodbye.